Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to the grooming session. For today, I am your host MissyMess and we will learn together, grow together throughout this session. In this session, I will guide you through your grammatical mistakes, maybe mistakes related to tone, pace, and how you are answering your questions. So, I'll quickly explain how this grooming session works. Firstly, you can check the pin message in the group. There, I have provided three questions to answer. So you have to answer those three questions, and afterwards you will get personalized feedback. Now, tips for answering questions beautifully. First, observe what's asked in that question. So, in order to understand that, you have to read that question nicely. First, start with your own experience. If the question is yes or no type, so first let us know what's your answer, whether it's yes or no. Start with that and afterwards explain what's asked in question. Then conclude it with something beautiful, some line, some quote, or anything you have related to that question. And if the question is not yes or no type, then how you can start answering? Pick some quote or uh, articulate some line related to that question in order to catch attention of the listeners. In this way, you can answer beautifully and the answer will sound amazing. It will gather attention of the listeners and it will be more representable. So, how you can join, how you can participate in the session? It's very easy. In that same pin message, you can see a website, English Learners website. You can go on the website and then you can add your name in the queue. In that way, your name will be added, and then whenever your turn will come, I'll call your name and then your chance to speak. This is your chance to speak. The stage will be all yours. So that's how this session works. If you want to participate, go on the website and add your name. Without any further delay, I hope you all are used to the format and I hope you all understood how the session works. So let's start. Let's get started with our first participant. It's Deep. Deep, are you there? Ellie, D&D, anyone?
Hello, hello,
Hi.
hello. Am I audible?
Hi, how are you doing, D&D?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. What about you, ma'am?
I'm also doing well. Thank you so much for asking me too. Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to read out the questions. Sorry. I'll just quickly read out the questions. I'll explain them and then we will start with you. Okay?
Okay, okay. Proceed.
Yeah. So, for today's grooming session, our first question is: do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? So, in this question, you have to tell us your opinion on changing habits, whether it is easy or not. If it's easy, then how easy it is, and if it's not, then why it's not easy. So, you have to explain every single thing. First, you have to tell us, is it easier to easier to transform habit or life? Then, if it's easy, explain why. So you have to explain the reason in your opinion. If it's not, then also you have to explain. So how you can start answering this question? Uh, Pick up some type of quote related to habit. For example, habit is something which is not very easy to change initially, but if you work upon that, then it's not even hard. So something like that, which is catchy. And you have to conclude this question with your or like whatever you have answered. Second question is, explain one thing that could change your life if you start doing it. How would it help? So you have to pick one clear thing, not so many things, not too many things, just one thing. It should be clear. Do not pick something which is vague. Pick something which you really feel will help you to grow. So, first you have to pick up that thing, then explain it, what that thing is, and then lastly, you have to tell us how would it help you to grow. Firstly, how does that thing works, and then how would it help you? Okay, and then again conclude it, summarize it with whatever you have answered in that question. The third question is, tell us about the things you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change you? So, there may be a few things you have been working on since 1 month or 2 months or a year. There will be one at least, right? As a like, I am working on my diet and my communication skills and my patience. So these are the things I've been working on since 6 or 7 months, and how they are going right now, they are going well. And how did they change me as a person? Communication skills changed my personality, how I think, how I behave in front of people, like controlling my anger or being a patient person help me to be a good listener and blah 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 stuff you can explain, and then you can conclude it. Okay, again start your answer with something catchy quote or any particular line, and then end your answer with something beautiful which will be like good to listen. So that's how you can answer your questions. Without any further delay, let's get started with our first participant, DND. Hi, DND.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, thanks for giving me opportunity. So should I start?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So the first question, do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? Yeah, definitely it is easy to change habits and transform life. But yes, I wanna start with the one quote like a habit is overcome by habit. And there is no rocket science. Why? We have some like a habit. Maybe it would be positive, maybe it would be negative, depend upon yourself. Okay, what habit we are talking about? Suppose if you are scrolling reels or whatever the Instagram or whatever, and even I have heard somewhere that we the people, especially the Gen Z, they are just killing their 4 hours every day just scrolling the reels and all. So that's also the habit, but what, that is not going in your way, that's a negative habit. So what we need to just change is like a negative to positive, and for positive we have so many things where you are lacking. Suppose if you are a student, so what, like definitely you are just thinking about your career, so definitely you are going to sign in that way. So for what, like we should have like we should have a habit like a physical, if you wanna like a physically fit, so what you should do exercise. If you wanna like a mentally fit, so what you should like do meditation. If you wanna emotionally what, like educated, emotionally well, emotionally bound, so you know yourself and even the surroundings. If you wanna like a financially strong, so yeah, you should work on your skill. If you wanna just like adding something or just learning something, for what you should have it for reading something, like the way we are just feeding our stomach, same thing we should also feeding our brain by reading something day by day, like every day, and just adding something new. So this is what like a habit we are talking about. But how could we, here like a question, how could we just change the habit? But yeah, just like be consistent. And if we talk about the mind, like the mental state, everything is the game of like a mentality. We the people generally na very like a lazy elegance, and even the mind always signal to do something very easy was it, that's like a, what, like a bed of roses. And whenever we started to do something hard na, always just signal no, don't do. But if you consistent and if you do something Suppose if you are a student and that's like a one subject or two or three subject that is very hard for you, like a biology, math, or whatever, maybe one day or 2 day when you start or just kicked off now, definitely your mind would be signal just stop it once, like a twice or thrice. But when you just like a kicked off or just be consistent with going against your grain na, so that would be adapt or that would become in your subconscious mind. And if you be consistent for 21 days, yeah, now it would be your like a new habit. So yeah, we could easily change by consistent or just like going against the grain, and whatever the field you have, yeah, go and just change. So yeah, moving to the next one. Explain one thing that could be change your life if you start doing it. How would it help? Yeah,
Okay.
so it's my personal. Okay, you wanna say something?
Yeah. So for like as a tip for answering next two question, what you can do, categorize your thoughts, your points, like one by one. First, tell us how, like, if you are explaining how to change an habit. Like the question was, do you feel it's easy to change habits? So you have answered, yes, it's easy. Then let us know how you can change it. Then the second thing, you can say what hurdles a person face, and then lastly you can conclude it. So overall it's easy to change habit, you just have to be consistent and blah blah blah. Okay, so what you are doing, you are mixing the points. Rather than mixing, you can categorize them. Okay, now go
Okay,
ahead with
I
next
would
question.
try. Okay,
Yeah.
I would try. Okay, so the next question. Explain one thing that could change your life if you start doing it, and how would it help? Yeah, so definitely with my personal experience, if I talk about na, so one thing, if I talk about what like a change totally, and if I start doing, so definitely the one thing, the combination of two mix one, and what, like the memory and the imagination. So why we are talking about the memory and the imagination? Even I'm a student, so I know. So we have some like the bad memories. If you are a student, definitely sometime you have not covered the syllabus or whatever. So we have regret for not completing the task. And even there's like a survey, and even 75% people, they are just living in the regret and just always just cry over spilling. What if I did? What if I not? So if I wanna just like start doing, so definitely just like eliminate this like a memory whatever we have and always be in the present moment. And the next, why we are talking about the imagination always just put at a stake or always just push into the hell. Why we are talking about imagination means we are talking about the future that is not happened yet, and we are just pushing ourselves that is not happening still. And why we are just, if I am student, so yeah, what if I don't like complete my task on time, this and that, blah blah, and that's what like we have like the mental state, anxiety, depression, and lots of things. So what we are saying, like if you are just like stop and just smell the roses every time just in the present moment na, so definitely that would be helpful. And always just gratitude whatever you are doing, just be with gratitude. Okay, yes, whatever the task we have like the completed na, that's enough. Why we are talking about the rest of that would not be in our hand, and why we are talking? Okay, suppose there is a glass of water, okay, like a half glass of water, like the field. So there would be like a two perspective, x and y. Suppose like x and y, so there would be two perspective. One would be thinking like the positive, like the outlook, okay, like a half glass is filled. And the another perspective would be, oh my god, why the half, like the rest of the glass is not filled. So what the conclusion is that na, if we just eliminate the past, the memories, and eliminate the imagination, and if we are in the present moment, so we are not going to just what thinking about the rest of the thing, and always gratitude, the positive outlook we are getting from. And what the hurdles and the conclusion, yeah, so hurdles is, yes, we still, even we are the, I'm also the person who are just like stuck and just like putting impediments in our path, and always just like creating the hurdles to do something good. But yeah, lastly I helped, and lastly I just like what eliminate this, the bad bad habit. Moving to the next one. Tell us about the thing you have been working on that started going your way and how did they change you? Again, with my personal experience, I could say procrastination. As a student, what I observed earlier, na, I always just like procrastinate the things. Then I realized, then one day I was just like asking to myself, why is it so? Why always just I procrastinate the things like the studies or the syllabus or whatever? Then I got to realize every time, suppose like there are some like people XYZ or whatever, they have some like favorite subject. Even I do the same thing. I started from the favorite subject when our like a mind is totally fresh, and little by little when like a mind is totally exhausted or going under the weather na, so then we are going to the moving to the what like the hardest subject, like the hard subject, not hardest, sorry, hard subject, whatever, depend upon the people. So that's why we are just ignoring. That's why. So little by little I wanna I what like I changed myself and started with like the easier started with like a hard subject and then moving to the easier one. Because if our mind exhausted and if I have some like a favorite subject na, I could like a manage with even like a 20% or 30% even the intensity, but not with like the hard subject. And why we are, so there is also like 80-20, like 80-20 rule na. If you give like a 20% your effort, where like 80% your result would like a come, yeah, definitely would change. And the last I want to conclude with also like a ABCD approach. ABCD approach is like a prioritize your subject, like from like a hardest to like easier, and also based on the what like the marks or whatever, according to the subject or what according to the exam. And yeah, every day is a new lease of life. If you have like a stick to this, definitely that would be what like that would be helpful for you, not for you, for everyone. And put everything in advance. What I have like a notice na, I used to just like what like put for just prepare for week or for month or for year the syllabus or what like the target, and when we didn't complete, so
Okay.
always just putting
Mainly.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's all.
So
I think I was taking some yeah, that's all.
no, it's okay. It's okay. Uh, so let's move towards the feedback now. Okay. Actually, uh, usually why we take grooming session, because first of all, when the host is listening to the answer of someone, so that he or she can understand what are the basic mistakes the person who is answering committing. Okay. So I understood what are the mistakes you have been doing while speaking. That's why I said it's okay. Now I'll give feedback. Okay. So there is no need to feel bad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ha.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So first thing I want to tell you is read questions properly. Only first question was nicely answered. Like you have answered whatever the question was asking for. Second and third question, it was about you. Okay. What question says? Explain one thing that could change your life if you start doing it, right? Your life. You need to tell about yourself, not about others, or you don't have to advise others. Yeah, you can advise at the end of the answer. For example, if I am explaining how I changed my life by not being lazy, so I am telling my story at the end. If I'm advising people, so in this way you can change your life also. Don't be lazy, work hard for your goals. So like this you can advise others at the end. But if question is asking about you only, then you have to be centered towards yourself. So this was the major mistake you have been making, you have been committing while answering the question. Okay. So you have to read question thoroughly what the question is asking actually, and then answer. Okay. Apart from that, let's move towards grammatical mistake. Oh, I want to praise your confidence. You were speaking so well. The confidence and pace and tone was very nice. But grammatical mistakes were there, pronunciation mistakes were there. Yeah, this happens because of regional language. Like most of the time this happens, pronunciation mistakes happens because of the regional language, but you can work upon it by trying to pronounce words correct. So can you please pronounce a word for me? I'll give spelling. Should. What do we call it?
Okay, should.
It's should. Now try to say it.
Okay, should.
No, should. It's not should, it's should. Should.
Should. Okay, should.
Yes. Yeah. So right now, as you said, should. So you can do it, right?
Okay.
So try to work upon words like that. So now what you have to do, list some words starting from SH and try to pronounce them right. Okay. Whenever I'll take session next time, I'll ask you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And second thing, a sound was there. Like magic, like this, like that. So don't do that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Apart from that, if you are saying wanna like this, wanna do this, like wanna do this is correct, but wanna like this, I have heard so many times. So that would be wanna be like this. Okay. So be should be there. Your verb, like when to use which verb form, you are doing it incorrectly most of the time. So work upon your verb forms. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Find some verb charts on Google. Check basic grammar formulas. You know, sentence structure, grammar formulas. You know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Read those and then read verb forms. Okay. And apart from that, last thing is, you know na, you this na, you that na. Don't do that. Okay. This will ruin the presentation. Okay. Don't use
Okay.
Hindi words. Don't use na. That that does not sound good. Okay.
Okay.
Apart from that, everything was amazing. Your confidence is appreciable, and the points you were mentioning also nice. Okay. Thank you so much for participating. Keep growing and keep glowing.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. So let's move towards the next participant we are having for today's session now. It's Sayogita. Sayogita, are you there?
Hi, Missy. Hello.
Hi,
Yes,
how are
I'm
you
there.
doing? What?
I'm doing pretty well.
Okay,
I was saying, yes,
amazing.
I am there. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, as I heard you are doing so well, so let's get
Yeah,
started with our answers.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. This is Sanyogita. Okay. For the first answer, do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? So I believe changing habits, it's not that easy, to be very honest, because the way we are following our habits, that is because of some reasons. Maybe we are lazy, maybe we don't have a particular or very strong reason to follow certain habits. So first of all, we have to have bigger goals to and then if we have bigger goals, we want to achieve them, then only we will be able to change our habits. And if we are not having a particular and very strong reason to change our habits, we will not change it. For a while we may be think like, okay, I'll change my habits. Oh my God, I'm using like phone. I'm on phone for so long. That's wrong. We know we are doing wrong, but we will not be able to change it until and unless we have something bigger than that. So find something which is of your interest, and then you can change your habit. How it will transform your life, that is like, okay, so if you change your habits, then you will do something good, productive. And when we do good things, we'll feel good about ourselves, we'll feel confident, we feel like happy also, we feel calm, happy, satisfied. And then that's how we just want to live. At the end, everyone in this world, they just want peace. We all want that calmness in ourselves. So yeah, if we are working on our habits, then definitely we will feel calm and confident. That's all we want at the end. Okay, for the second question, explain one thing that could change your life if you start doing it. How would it help? Okay, so I believe there are many things which we should work on, but if I have to pick one, I will say that I would choose spending time with ourselves. So these days we are very scared of being alone. We just want to be somewhere. We are watching videos. We are listening to people all the time. We want friends around us. So when we are alone, we don't like that, and we feel lonely, we feel depressed, we feel like we have anxiety, something like that. So we should spend some alone time, and we should not feel that way. We should feel like, okay, what do we want from this life? Are we going in the right direction, or is there something we are doing wrong? So spend time with yourself every single day. That is very important. Or if you're not spending time with yourself every single day, then find a particular time, or maybe after 7 or 6 days, spend few hours with yourself. Don't talk to anyone that time, don't do like other stuff. Just sit with yourself, do meditation maybe, or think about your life. Yeah, that is very very important. That will also help. How will it help? Like, you will get clarity, what kind of job you want, what kind of things you are passionate about, your interest. Because we don't know our interests. We know everyone, what that person likes, what that person doesn't like, but we don't know about ourselves. Like, even if we know, we are not that, in self love with ourselves. So try to love yourself, and that will help you to you will feel, appreciated all the time. You don't need external appreciation from others. So that's why there are many benefits of it. So I suggest everyone to do it. Yeah. Last question. Tell us about the things you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change you? Okay, so the things I have been working on is only time management, and you can say the thing I have mentioned, the spending time with myself. So I spend time with myself these days. I try to figure out what is going on, and am I happy or not. And yes, that way I feel happy, and I feel satisfied every time. So I would say time management I was working on, and it is perfectly working in a right way. I do my important stuff, whichever most important for me in a day. I firstly do that, then I spend time with myself also. I do some exercise, so everything is working well. So I can say, how did it change you? Now I feel more satisfied. I am much more happier, and I'm feeling complete. Yes, thank you so much. And now my mother is in, here, so I don't want to continue. Yeah, thank you so much.
No worries. Okay, so let's move towards your feedback now. Sayogita, you are amazing speaker. Okay, you are an amazing speaker. Your uh, like explanation was wonderful and everything was amazing. But the questions were centered towards you. Again, you were explaining things about others. You were advising others to do this, to do that. You should do this, you should do that. But while answering, you had to tell about yourself. I started doing this, then after doing that, I got clarity about my life, the things I had to work on, and then I got this, I got that. And lastly, you are privileged to advise others also. But initially, you have to tell about yourself. But from the beginning of question, you were like, you have to do this, you have to do that. So that was the only mistake you have been doing. And also, second thing, End your answer with something nice. Don't just say, and yeah, that's it. It will sound more casual. In grooming session, we learn to how to answer, how to speak professionally. So at the end of every answer, don't say, and yeah, that's it. Rather than that, you can use some quotes or something like that. You can articulate some lines related to your answer or conclude it with something nice. So yeah, these were the two things you were doing. Apart from that, the presentation was amazing and excellent. Thank you so much for
Thank you so
participating.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Missy. I will work on these things. And yeah, thank you for such a sweet and nice feedback. I'll be working on these things for sure.
Yeah, sure. I believe that you will. Okay. So let's move towards our next lovely participant, Arshi. Arshi, are you there? Arshi, are you there?
When is
Are
my turn, ma'am? Pawan, Pawan Sharma.
uh, you can check the queue on website. Arshi,
Yes, ma'am.
hi Arshi, how are you doing?
I am fine. What about you?
I'm also doing well. Thank you so much for asking. So let's get started with your answers.
Okay. Okay, so wait, ma'am.
Is there any problem?
Finding the question. Wait.
Oh, I'll just help
Yeah.
you. Dot. I'll send a dot. Or you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
go to the pin message directly.
Yeah. I went there. So I found the question. So first question is, actually, thank you for giving me the chance to represent here. So first question is, do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? So, in my perspective, I don't I don't feel it's easy to change habits and transform our life because sometimes it depends on it depends on our motivation, how motivated we are, and how much we are giving effort to doing anything because it's all it depends on our all things like mood. If we want to do anything, if we want to achieve success and transform ourselves, so we will follow the strict rule as well, but and we will do hard work for achieving that because for transforming ourselves, we need some kind of motivation and some kind of support, which is mental support. So we have to prepare ourselves, our mind, from tomorrow, from today, we have to do because I want to achieve this, I want to achieve success, then I have to do this. So I will remind myself, remind myself each and every time, like why I am doing this. So in that way, we can motivate ourselves and we can easily transform ourselves. Yes, it sometimes what happens we want to do, but we feel lazy, we feel tired, and we just skip that. We just think, let it be, we will do from tomorrow, and we don't do. So what happens? It depends on how interested we are, how much we have in motivation. So yes, we can transform ourselves, but it's not easy. We have to do hard work. So that's all for first question. And moving on second question, explain one thing that could change your
Actually,
life?
before that,
Hello? Yeah.
try to answer, like wind up quickly, as we have so many participants. Like answer it answer it crisp. Answer should be
Hmm.
crisp, okay?
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, second. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Second, explain one thing that could change your life if you start doing it. How would it help? So yes, I want actually one thing that could change our life. And I believe if we will be punctual, then it will be very helpful for us because time is very precious, and we have to follow, like we should utilize our time. And if we will be punctual, then automatically, uh, automatically, it would be helpful for us. So yeah, it's very important to having this strength because punctuality is also a strength. So that's all for second question. And moving on third question. Tell us about the thing you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change you? Actually, let me confirm. Am I audible perfectly, ma'am?
yes, yes, you are audible, and you winded up so quickly. Second question, I did not mean that. I just mentioned it because uh answer should not be too vague.
Yeah,
You can explain
yeah,
it
yeah.
nicely.
I should not exaggerate this.
Yeah.
Should not
Okay.
make it stretch this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Don't make it too quick. Answer it.
Yeah,
And
ma'am. Yes. Okay. So third question is tell us about the things you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change you? So yes, one thing which I started to do, which was um, improving my communication skills. So like I started improving my communication. Like I have been improving this skill uh, for 2 or 3 months. For 2 or 3 months, and yes, I have improved a lot. That time, what I thought I should improve my communication because that is the skill which is very important in our life, and we should know how to communicate people, how to communicate people effectively. So just I started to work on my on this, and yes, I have improved a lot, and because I did a lot of hard work for this. So yes, result came, and now I can talk to anyone I can talk to anyone with confidence, without hesitation and without humble. So in the starting, it was very tough for me whenever I used to talk with any person, so I used to fumble, hesitate, and don't feel didn't feel comfortable and confident. But now I can communicate, I can understand easily. So I can't say I'm very fluent in English, but yeah, I can communicate. So that that's all for three questions, and all questions were very amazing. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
wonderful, Arshi. You have answered those questions beautifully. You are an excellent speaker. But let's move towards feedback now, okay? So, while speaking, I heard you saying communicate people is very important. So it's basically communicating with people is important, okay? Or having communication with people is important. So which should be there in three or four sentences you have missed with word, okay? So structure should be proper, and the sentence should sound complete. Okay. Apart from that, uh, few grammatical mistakes were there related to verb forms. Okay. And lastly, you were sounding more casual, like the clarity was you were lacking clarity. So what you were doing, uh, okay, so proper structure of answer was missing. What you can do, mummy, so what you can do, first read the question and then think about what you are going to say, and then arrange the points in particular order and then say it. Also in second question, the like you wind it up very quickly. You could have explained it little bit. And also what you did, you were telling or you were talking about people around you. So the question was asking one thing that could change your life. So you were talking about us. So what we can do, it will change us, it will do that to us. So instead of that, what you can do, that's how it changed me. That's how I did it. Okay? So read question properly and then know what's asked in question. So is it about you, or is it about people, or is it telling you to give advice to people? First find that out and then articulate your answer according to that. Apart from that, it was amazing. And one tip for you, while answering questions like third question, you can make it like storytelling. It was asking about things you have been working on that started going on your way, and communication. So how you could have said it? Firstly, I thought uh, communication is most important nowadays. In order to communicate with people, you have to know basic English. So I started working upon my communication skill. I started attending sessions, and then I started practicing vocabularies. I learned new words. I did this, I did that, and finally I am at a stage where I can speak confidently. I can communicate with people. I can understand what they are saying, and it changed me in different ways. Like it, I have gained confidence because of that. I have learned about different cultures because I can communicate in English, and I can talk with people of different region because of the language. Blah blah blah, something like that. Okay, are you there? Okay, so I hope you understood. Maybe there is some network issue. No worries. Let's move towards the next participant we have today. It's Aishwarya. Aishwarya, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm present.
Hi, how are you doing?
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing good. And you are the host one of the role play session I had ever first joined, and you had gave me a lot of confidence. Thank you, ma'am. And again, I am glad to get the host today after a long time.
Glad that you remember, and thank you so much. I hope everything is good. Now let's hear you out now.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Ma'am, I'm getting a call from my mom. Can I join later?
Aishwarya, for like for some time, put your phone on silent.
Ma'am, I'm getting a call from my mom. Please let me attend that first. Please
Yeah, yeah, sure.
take someone.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Okay, let's take next person. Naisa. Naisa, are you there? Pawan Sharma.
Just
Hi, Pawan. How are you
yes,
doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm also doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Now,
Okay.
let's read you out. Okay?
Okay, okay. Just a minute.
Yeah,
Give me one
go
minute.
ahead.
Give me 1 minute only. My desktop Telegram is not working. Voice is not coming. Do you have any idea what to do?
Your voice is coming. I can hear you out.
I'm saying my desktop version is not working. Like voice is not coming. Rest all the things are working. So how can I fix this problem? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't know, but I can hear you. If you want to answer, you can continue.
Okay. I was saying that my laptop is not working. Laptop version web Telegram. Is there
So
any idea?
I am not technician and I am neither I am neither from Telegram support team. So you
Oh,
can go on YouTube and search for it. If you want to participate, you can go ahead. Otherwise, I'll
okay.
take someone which is done.
First question, do you feel it is easy to change habits and transform life? So in my view, change your habits and transform your life. No, changing habits, transforming life is not generally easy. It requires lot of effort, consistency, and strategic approach because habits are often ingrained in our brains and bodies, making old behaviors difficult to break and new ones hard to establish. While initial willpower is important, long term success in changing life depends on practical strategies, discipline, supportive environment, and the understanding that transform is a process, not a instantaneous event. In my view, brain chemistry, autopilot habits become ingrained through repeated actions, creating automatic pathways in brain, particularly in the basal ganglia, which functions like a autopilot. When you try to change a habit, your brain isn't used to new behavior, making it feel difficult. Apart from its dopamine and pleasure, the brain releases dopamine, a feel good chemical, when you perform an action, strengthening the habits over time. Breaking habits means disrupting these pleasures reward cycles associated with the old behavior. Moreover, resistance to routine, our bodies get used to established routines and deviating from them can be met with resistance. The environment triggers, old habits are often triggered with specific
Okay,
environments,
Pawan,
situations.
Pawan,
Yes,
audible? See,
yes,
in
yes.
grooming session, we are here to learn. We are here to learn from our mistakes. So you don't need to have so much knowledge about the topic. You just have to
Okay,
speak what you know. Okay, don't
okay,
read anything out from Google or from ChatGPT or anything.
okay,
If you have your answer in raw format, speak. In that way
okay.
only
So
you learn.
if
Don't
we want
read.
to change, listen. So if we want to change our habits, then we have to follow 21st days rule. If you want to develop any new habit, you have to continuously do 21 days. And after that, you will find that you are habitual of these habits. So automatically you develop those kind of habits. Second, explain one thing that you could change in life you start doing. How would it help you? So one changing thing that I can start doing, practicing daily gratitude, which helps by shifting our mindset to focus on positive aspect of life rather than focusing on negative ones. Apart from is reducing stress and empowering our overall well-being relationships by regularly recognizing things, thankful for your train your brain, appreciate the good, fostering more optimistic. So this requires a lot of positive efforts and meditation. So this thing definitely I want to learn. So by doing this, I will be able to come over these obstacles. Third thing, tell us about the things you have been working on, started going your way, and how did they change you? So if I talk about myself, earlier I used to become a sick person because of cold and cough due to my lack of immunity. So I started running and some other walking activities. By doing these things, I was able to come over these situations, and as a consequence, I am right now fit and fine person. So that's how I recovered from these obstacles. Thank you.
Okay. So the answers were nice and you explained things very nicely. One tip from my side, whenever you are participating in grooming session, the questions are posted nearly at 12 p.m. or till 1 p.m. they are posted usually in group. Okay, so
No,
check
usually it's
question.
2:30.
Yeah, 2 or 2:30, half hour like before, a half hour of the session or 1 hour. So you what you can do, go through the questions, articulate your points on paper, and then you can speak with help of that, or you can read information about those questions before the session. Don't just search the questions on Google and then read them out. Right now, as you answered questions nicely, if you did it by your side, then they are amazing. The points were amazing and you answered it also nicely. But if you did it with the help of ChatGPT or Google, then it's not a good thing. If you want to learn, then you have to speak by yourself, not by reading from somewhere. Okay? You can
Right.
read before the session and then you can try to remember or recall the points while speaking, but don't just read from somewhere. Okay? Otherwise, the
Okay.
way of communicating was
So what is the
nice.
point? If I'm searching, then definitely I will learn something from it.
See, reading and recalling, these are two different things. A person can read from anywhere, but a person can't speak on spot by recalling. So, in order to learn how to recall things, how to speak while recalling things, you have to practice. If you will read while practicing also, then it will not be fair. You can't learn to speak. You will not be able to learn how to communicate. So, it's for your good only. If you want to do that, you can do it. If you want to continue it, continue. No worries. We don't have any problem. We are
Awesome.
here to guide you. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah. Thank you so much for participating. Now, let's move towards Aishwarya and then Naisa. I invited her, but I invited her because Aishwarya was like on call with her mother. But now it's Aishwarya's turn. After her, it's your turn, Naisa. Sorry for that. Okay, Aishwarya. Hi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, and sorry for the inconvenience. And I tend to not to avoid my mother's call at any cost. Sorry, ma'am, for that.
It's okay, I can understand. Okay, so shall we start?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Aishwarya this side, and let me start with the first question. Do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? So, for some people, their habits are like so good. It seems like they are just moonwalking on the track, and for some people, they're just looping around some seats. So, I will I will cover 4 points here. I will take everything in short. So first thing is the motive. Let take an example. If your motive is just to take the figure of some XYZ celebrity, not thinking about your weather, your metabolism, and your surroundings, so you are not going to get the actual benefit, actual satisfying life what you should get if your motive was right. So your motive should be right, and then it also you should get the right direction too. And just for the sake, if you are practicing for a competitive exam, and just for the sake you are just practicing the questions, not getting in depth into that subject knowledge, so you are not going to get that benefit from that subject, and you are not going to eventually answer the complicated questions. So your direction should be right. Then moving to the third point, reward. And I would like to share my example here. I was trying to get rid of the social media from a long time. So whenever I try to avoid the social media, I had done a lot of things. I had disabled YouTube, disabled browser too, and installed many third-party apps to block those YouTube shorts and other things. But after that, I got bored, and eventually I again came up to the social media addiction. So I think there should be a reward where you will feel fulfilling about after doing something. So for now I am going outside. Whenever I'm not using the social media, I'm going outside, I'm meeting to different people, meeting small children, and enjoying talking to them, and that's fulfilling my life. Then after that, I will share one more important point: environment. So everyone's environment is not same. I was talking to my friend sometimes ago, and I have shared this point in grooming session before too, that he wants to go to outside of the district to do some job, and as his parents are getting older, they are not letting him to go. So for him, it will be his choice what he will choose, and that not going to define him if he is getting success or not. So every person has different environment, and they have different meaning of the success. So yes, now let me conclude this first question. So if your direction is right, your motive is right, and if you have a good reward system and in environment, and if your environment is helping you, definitely it's easy to change your habits and transform your life. Now, let's move to the second question. Explain one thing that could change your life if you start doing it. How would it help? So,
Aishwarya, be mindful about time, okay?
yes, ma'am, I will go short on these things. So, for me, it's if I will stop fearing and start taking actions, it will going to give my dream life. Actually, I have to give a competitive exam, and by that I will get my dream life. So I'm fearing that whether if I will get failed, what people will tell, and for that I'm avoiding to take action on that. So if will if I will stop fearing and start taking actions, that will help me. Then I will move to the third question. Tell us about things you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change you? So there are a lot of things I have learned. Because I'm not the topper who never learned, never had faced the failure. I'm someone in the middle of the classroom who know the taste of both failure and success. So there are a lot of things I have learned, and I'm learning to, and I will learn too. So I will say one thing that I am working on is validating my emotions and regulating them well. So for me, the definition of perfect was so rigid. If this thing perfect in this way, this should be in this way. So I am working on that, and I am learning that different colors, different new colors can be beautiful too. So this is particularly helping me to laugh openly, laugh out loud openly with my family, with my loved ones. So how I am doing it, I have been journaling a lot. I have been journaling from 4 to 5 years now. By the journaling I really understand what my emotions are. They, if they are really wrong, my intentions are wrong or not, I can talk to myself very rawly. So that's how I am what now I am. And that's all. The questions are amazing. Thank you, MissyMess ma'am. And I'm done, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm quite impressed by your content. The way you delivered your answers, the points mentioned, they were amazing. Okay. I'm not lying about this. They were really amazing. If you made those points up on spot, if you delivered that speech without any reference or without like any help of any online platform or something like that, so it's quite hard to deliver this kind of points.
Ma'am, I have noted down the point to just to in case
Yeah,
I got forgot.
that's a good way to practice initially. I also used to do that, and I suggest people to do that also while participating in grooming session. So it's an amazing way to deliver your speech fluently, nicely, wonderfully. In that way, the points, the structure of answer will not be ruined. Wonderful. And you have been practicing like this. It's a nice thing. So congratulations for that. Also, I remember our first conversation. From that day now till now, you have improved so much. So congratulations for that as well. Amazing answers. Amazing participant you are. Thank you so much for being here. I don't have much things for feedback. Basic grammar was nice. The only thing that was that you were lacking was fluency, little bit fluency. Okay. For example, maybe I can sense you were thinking while speaking. So you need to improve that. What you can do in order to improve fluency, participate in IELTS sessions. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Am I eligible to participate in IELTS sessions?
Yeah, you are eligible. That's why I'm saying grammar was nice. Like grammatical mistakes were not there as much, and also content was nice. You can structure answer in particular way. You can answer beautifully. So, in order to improve fluency and content delivery, you can participate in IELTS sessions.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, this is how our grooming session is going on. So many people, so many lovely voices are there. They are delivering their content, they are expressing their thoughts, their emotions, they are providing their insights. You guys also can participate in grooming sessions like this by registering your name on our English Learners website. So let's move towards next participant we are having. It's none other than Naisa. Hi Naisa.
Yeah, hello, MissyMess. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty fine. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm also doing well, and your voice is so sweet.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you.
Okay, so let's hear you out.
Okay. So yeah. Should I start?
Yeah, sure. The stage is all yours.
Okay. So let's start with the very first question, and the question is: you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? Okay. Well, I feel changing habits and transforming life is never really easy. It's not something that happens overnight or with a single burst of motivation. And in fact, our habits are like deep grooves in our minds. Like it's comfortable, familiar, and sometimes very hard to break. And even when we know a new habit could improve our life, then sticking to it consistently takes effort, patience, and a lot of self-discipline. And recently, I was randomly reading about some psychological concepts, and one thing that caught my attention was the idea of habit loops. They explained, where a cue triggers a routine, and the routine gives a reward. So, it made me realize why changes isn't just about willpower. If we don't understand the triggers behind our habits, we often slip back into the same old patterns. Like, take a small example, like, exercising daily or cutting down on screen time. At first, the motivation is very high, but slowly comfort pulls back, and that's why transformation is less about big dramatic steps and more about tiny consistent changes. So when we start placing small routines and rewarding ourselves for progress, the change becomes sustainable. So in my view, changing habits is easy, but it's not impossible either. It's challenging, yes, but absolutely possible if you approach it awareness with patience and persistence. So that's what I feel from this question, and that's what I've noticed in myself and in people. Moving on to the next question. The question is: explain one thing that could change your life. If you start doing it, how would it help? Okay, so one thing that could really change my life is building a habit of deep focus without distraction. Honestly, I have noticed how easy it's these days to get pulled in 100 different directions, like constant notifications, random scrolling, or even small interruptions that eat away at my energy. And the truth is that half the time it's not even urgent things, it's just noise. So if I could train myself to create pockets of distraction free time, even 1 or 2 hours a day, I feel like my work, my learning, and even my personal projects would grow at a completely different pace, because a deep focus isn't just about productivity, it's about presence. Like when you are fully immersed in one thing, you not only finish faster, but the quality is richer and you feel more satisfied. So I think it would help, because so much of what we want in life, that clarity, that growth, and that creativity, which comes from giving our mind the space to go deeper inside of constantly switching. And like once you taste that kind of focus, you realize how powerful it is. And it's almost like building a superpower in a noisy world. So yes, we can start building the habit, that habit, of distractions, setting boundaries, and training my brain to stay with one thing at a time. I know it would completely transform the way I work, the way I think, and eventually the way I live. So that's it. Shifting to the next question. Tell us about the things you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change you? Okay, so to be very honest, the one thing I have been trying to work on is my overthinking habit. Like small issues easily spiral in my head, and I end up creating 100 possible scenarios that never even happen in reality. And it drains a lot of my energy and makes me restless. And right now, I can't say like I have seen a huge improvement. It's still very much a work in progress. But I have started catching myself when I slip into that cycle. Earlier, I wouldn't even realize it. But now, at least, I pause, remind myself that not everything needs to be dissected, and try to focus back to the present moment. So the results aren't dramatic yet, but even these baby steps matter. It feels like I'm slowly rewiring my way of thinking, and I believe that if I keep at it, one day I will be able to handle situation with more calmness and clarity instead of unnecessary stress. So for now, I would say that the change hasn't fully shown on the outside, but deep inside, I know I'm building that awareness, and that itself is a start. So, yeah, that's all from my side. Thanks for listening.
Okay. From your answers, I can surely say that you are an excellent speaker. Not only speaker, but amazing storyteller as well. And the way you answer questions, so beautiful. I can't say that, okay, I can't say much for feedback because there is nothing left. You have good storytelling skills, and then the way you answered in structured manner, it's also nice. Yeah, only thing is when you know you have like, okay, there were three questions, so you need to work upon little bit on time management. Maybe yeah, you took little long, but the answers are amazing. Actually, I wanted to listen more from you, but still, if you know that we have so much to talk but less time to say, then you have to sort out what to say, work on that, and join IELTS sessions like for more such beautiful questions. Apart from that, the performance was amazing.
Okay, so yeah, I will take it from next time for sure. But
Yeah,
yeah, thanks for such a wonderful feedback.
yeah. It- Like being a good speaker also means being mindful about other things as well, like time and then what you are delivering and then how you are delivering. So how you deliver is wonderful. What you deliver is also nice. Just time. In how much time? Okay?
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. So let's move towards next speaker we are having. It's Gemini. Hi Gemini.
Hi,
Gemini.
Missy ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hi, how are you? Good
Hi.
afternoon.
I'm doing well. How are you doing? Good afternoon.
So, fit is a fiddle. Thank you so much for asking.
Is it Gemini or Gemini?
You can pronounce whatever you feel comfortable. Gemini, Gemini.
Okay. So let's hear you out today.
Okay. So, first of all, I want to say very good afternoon to everyone, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. So, first question is: do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? So yes, definitely, it's easy, and at the same time, it's hard to change habits and transform our life because human brain is very complicated organ, and it's a kind of pleasure seeking. It doesn't want to do hard things. So practically, we can fool our brain. For example, if we think that from tomorrow I will go to exercise or learning a new skill, without giving a time limit immediately, we feel fatigue that okay, like for the next month or that whole year we have to do that. So we can break that into small parts. Like scientifically also it's proven that if we do anything for 21 days straight, then it becomes a habit. So and yeah, after that we can give some kind of reward to ourselves, like we can go for watch a movie or hanging out with our friends or whatever we like. That's how we can build a habit. And building habits or transforming our life is all about consistency and also discipline and self motivation, because sometimes what we do, we go for outside motivation, we go for motivational speakers on YouTube or read the article, but it doesn't work out. It works out for only for 2 to 3 days, but we need self motivation. The purpose why we need that habit to change our life, to transform our life. For finding a purpose is very important. So yeah, and moving forward to the second question. Explain one thing that could change your life if you start doing it. How would it help? So yeah, even I'm also facing some problem with uh, working on my addiction of, especially on social media, and even Telegram. If I'm talking about Telegram, I use a lot, and I'm working on this. But no doubt, using Telegram is very beneficial because we are learning. We can use this platform to grow ourselves. But the thing is, we don't need that much of information or that much of knowledge. Also, we need some kind of rest. Our brain needs rest. So that's why sometimes what happen, I even procrastinate with my other useful works. I come to Telegram and I thought that okay, let's see what who is messaging me or something important has going on. So when I joined BC, I ended up talking with people like sometimes to half an hour, sometimes to 1 hour, and I don't work on my other things. So if I work on this thing, I can focus on my other productive things. I can learn new skill. I can do household chores. I can go outside with my friends, or I can give my extra time to my family members, to my loved ones. So yeah, this is about the second question. And moving forward to the third question, tell us about a thing you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change you? I have worked on many things in my life, as I have already mentioned about the techniques in the first question, and I'm getting benefit from that. Like previously, I was a kind of person who overthink a lot. I was a kind of person who overthink a lot about the things which have happened in the past, which is not going to happen in future, and I was imaginary world, and gradually I have realized that I just wasted my time, precious time, just overthinking a lot. And also I have worked on my anger issues because I was a type of person who irritated very easily without any reason. So by doing meditation, I have worked on my this thing. And also I also faced health issues since the past few years. So I have worked on my exercise habits, physical activity habits, and also my some attachment issue, or I was a kind of person who couldn't say no to people. Okay, whenever people need me in my life, like my friend circle especially, I always was there for them, and sometimes I also went to that level, like for helping them. I lost precious time. I forgot about my own works. Okay, so I have realized that people are temporary. Okay, but time is not temporary. Time is something which is very crucial thing on life. So we must be very careful about the time, and also we must prioritize our life or our work more than anything in our life. So yeah, that is all from my side. Thank you so much for listening.
Okay, so now for me, in ping message, there is there are a few lines which are quoted. This session isn't about giving answers. Can you see that?
Which one, ma'am?
In pin message, the announcement of grooming session.
Yes.
Yeah, there is like there is something written. This session isn't about just. Can you see that?
Yes. It's about
So
reflecting on your choices,
yes,
embracing change.
yes. So now you have to read that for me, but for like this time you have to read it slowly and gently, clearly. Okay, the words should sound clear. Okay, read it.
This session is not just about giving answers. It's about reflecting on your choices, embracing change, and learning to express yourself with confidence and clarity.
Okay, now say it in exciting voice. This session is not about just giving answers. It's about reflecting on your choices, embracing change, and learning to express yourself with confidence and clarity. Try to say it like this.
This session is not just about the giving answers, it's just about the reflected your choices. The
Someone
embrace
is speaking.
Yeah, I'm muted. Go ahead.
This session is just about giving answers. It's not just about giving answers. It's about reflecting on your choices, embracing change, and learning to express yourself with confidence and clarity.
Okay. Now, what I'm trying to explain you by seeing this, by making you do this, is you have to speak clearly. Don't rush to speak. This platform is yours to speak. I will also stay here to listen you. People will stay. No one will say a single thing while you are speaking. But you don't have to rush. You don't need to rush your thoughts in your words. Okay? Speak slowly, clearly. The words which are coming out of your mouth should sound clear, and emotions should be there. While speaking, we have to consider tone, pace. You are indeed a good speaker, but in order to be an excellent speaker, you have to add emotions in your words, you have to take pauses, you have to speak clearly. So these things are needed. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, I will work on this. My mistake. Actually, I was thinking about the time management. That's why I was rushing.
Oh, okay. Okay. In that case, it's okay. But these things are crucial. No. Even if you have so much to say and you have less time, so at that time also you have to choose what to speak. You don't have to rush your words. You have to minimize your thoughts, your points. Okay. The presentation should sound excellent rather than just rushing because of a lot of data. You can make it less and speak clearly. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Apart from that, it was amazing. All the best. And yeah, keep growing, keep glowing. Okay, let's move towards the next participant we are having for today's session. It's Ram. Ram, are you there? Okay. Ram is not here. So, RK?
yes, ma'am. I am
Yeah. So, how are you doing?
uh, I am fine, ma'am. What about you, ma'am?
I'm also doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Now, let's move towards your answers. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Do you feel it's easy to the change habit and transform the lives? Why or why not? I think so. I feel that uh, uh, It change the habit and transfer the lives. It is not a easy habit because it will take the times. If I wanted to change, like if I wake up in the late in the morning, like I wake up at 10 a.m. It is like it will take. If I wanted to reduce the times, like 6 a.m., then it will take the times, but I do it. If it will take little bit times. I try to the list, and I also try to the motivate ourselves. Like I try to the enhance my the health. Then I try to the do exercise, in which I the motivate in the mornings, and it will be the habit to wake in. I wake up in the mornings. So now I am going to the second question. Explain one thing that could change your lives if you start doing it. Uh, how would it the help? It's like in these times, I in these times I try to the manage time management, because in these times I operating a lot of social media, and I spend a lot of the times here and there. Uh, so so that I wanted to reduce that times. If I reduce the times, then I will the focus more times on the study, and also more I wanted to more focus on my the communication skills and a lot of the things. Uh, so that uh, if I do the like, management my the times, so I can the improve my the lives. Now I am going to the third question. Tell us about the things you have the workings on that the starting going your way, and how did they change you? I think like in this times I working on the communications. I also, because my communication is very bad earlier, but in these times I saw that little bit improve that times. And I also like in I also uh, I also wanted to improve my the health, because I do not the feels the I do not the feel the good, but in these times I also the improve my the health. And the third is like in these times I earlier I also add the time management, and in which the improve like the reduce a little bit, like I reduce the times in which I more focus on the skills and other things. Thank you. I have completed my.
Okay, RK. Answers were amazing. Okay. Now I'll give you one sentence. You have to speak. You have to say it after me. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so the sentence is, we have to do it anyway.
We have to do it anyway.
Okay. Now you have to tell me to do some work. You have to order me to do some work. Okay.
What's that? I don't
Okay.
understand.
Just tell me to go and do my homework.
Go and do my homework.
Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Uh, yeah. You can check the pin message. The last four lines. Whether you are just beginning or already confident. Can you see that?
Mm,
At the end of the message.
where, ma'am? Like announcement.
Yeah, in announcement message, go to the bottom of the message.
Okay, ma'am. I
Yeah. Whether you are just beginning. Can you see that?
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Read it. Read it.
Whether we are just beginnings or the already confident. This is your space to grow, speak, and learn, improve, shine.
Okay. Now say it like me. Whether you are just beginning or already confident, this is your space to grow. Speak, learn, improve, shine. Say it like this.
Uh, okay, okay. Whether you, sorry, whether we are just beginnings or already confident, this is your space to grow, speak, learn, improve, shine.
Yeah. So, your speaking skills are good. Grammatical mistakes are not there. You speak well. You take pauses, but tone is missing, pace is missing. In order to, you know, in order to make your communication, your speaking skills alive, in order to put some kind of magic into your communication, you have to make it emotional. You have to put emotions in your speaking, right? You have to sound confident, even if your points are valid, even if you are saying a lot of things while speaking. But if you don't have confidence, if you lack confidence while speaking, then it will all go waste. So make your voice according, like transform your voice according to the type of sentence you are saying. As in this one, you had to be uh, harsh, you had to say it aloud. So what you did, whether you are just beginning or already confident, you said it like that. If it's a soft sentence like it's okay, things like this happens, but you need to stay strong. So in this sentence you have to say it softly because you are consoling someone. So you need to understand when to increase your voice, when to decrease your voice. uh, by doing that only a person can sense your mood, a person can sense in which type of emotion you are speaking, and in this way you will sound more confident. The confidence was missing while you were speaking, so you need to work upon confidence. Participate in read and record activity, and uh, in books there are uh, communication paragraphs in different emotions, so you can read that as well. Practice while reading those. Deliver dialogues, like try to deliver dialogues, practice with dialogues, they will help you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for giving the feedback, and I will work on it on confidence.
Yeah,
Thank you.
right now also you are doing it, so very nice, you initiated it as well. All the best. I feel you will improve it. Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am.
so yeah, very glad. Keep growing, keep growing. Okay, so let's move towards next participant, Khushi. She has been waiting for so long for her turn. Hi, Khushi.
Yeah, hi Michi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. What about you?
I'm also doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Now, let's hear you out.
Okay, so do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? I feel that everything not an easy task, and for everybody, it's not going to be bed of roses. Of course, for some people, it's impossible. They consider it. For some, it is complicated, and for some, it might be easy. So I must say, nothing is impossible. Everybody knows, and everybody is trying to do it. So I must say, it's not impossible.
You are not audible.
Am I audible, Missy?
Yes, yes, you are audible. And
Okay.
Khushi,
Hmm.
some is the only word. There is no plural form of some. Okay? So it's not sums, it's some only. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I feel that for everybody, it is not going to be bed of roses. For some, it would be easy. For some, it would be complicated, and for some, it would be impossible. So how we can make it bed of roses the entire journey, and how can we change habits and transform our life? Before changing any habit, we need to have such clarity, vision in our mind. For such clarity, we need to have 4 Ds in our life. Those 4 Ds are determination, devotion, dedication, and discipline. If somebody has those kind of discipline, determination, dedication, and devotion, then only it will be quite little easier for them to achieve one particular thing and to change something in their life. If somebody wants to change habits, definitely it takes a lot of time, because once we started to changing something in our life, it becomes burden for us. We think it is a huge syllabus, kind of ocean. How can we do it, and how can we understand and comprehend it? So for that, we need to divide it into some small baby steps. Then only it will be possible for us to reward ourselves in day to day our life. And secondly, we can make it more easier by dividing it into some parts. Secondly, explain one thing that could change your life if you start doing it. How would it help? The one thing which I want to change in my life, that my procrastination. I do procrastination a lot, and I can say, being a human being, being a person who is who always postpone their stuffs, I feel it is not easy to do that. But what I feel that having such daily routines and time management consistency can make me to do it, and even I'm working upon it. So if somebody wants to change, wait a second, I'm getting a call.
Okay. Till then, we can go ahead with Darshini.
Hello, ma'am. Good
Hi,
evening.
Darshini. Good evening. How are you doing?
Yes, ma'am, I'm great. What about you?
I'm also doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, please go ahead with your answers.
Yeah, ma'am, sure. The first question is do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? I think suddenly change the habit, it's very tough, it's very hard. But once you are change your thinking and your thoughts, that time you can change your habits. If you are started to think I have to change my habits, like I want to wake up in early in the morning, I have to read some book, I have to do exercise, so your thinking say to you, you will do like that. Then after you started to do that thing, and when you are started do in regularly, it's become your automatically habits. So you have to change your thinking thinking power and your thoughts. That time you can it's easy to change the habits and transfer your life. And then I will move on the second question. Explain one thing that could change your life. If you start doing it, how would it help? If I could change my life means I want to reduce my overthink. Actually I have overthink, so that overthink it's not do any work. I can't move on from that overthinking. So if I change my overthinking, I can do some work for improve myself. And then I'm not regular practicing English. So if I joining this session in regular basis, and I do morning, I joining in morning session, so I can improve myself and I can talk better English. I can become a more confident person also. Now I will move on the third question. Tell us about the things you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change? Yes, recently I just do some work, like I think I thought I want to wake up in the early morning. So in first 5 days it's very hard to me. Then after I try to wake up in morning 4 o'clock, that time it's become my habits. After wake up 4 o'clock, I can do some work like exercise and reading some book and listening some informative videos. So it's helpful to me for become the day powerful, and I can feel the day it's better for me. I can learn something in the morning. I didn't waste my time. So I feel better that wake up me the discipline in the morning, it's make me happy. That's all about, ma'am.
Okay, Darshini, take deep breathe. Like, take deep breath. Breathe easily. Don't pressurize yourself to speak. Okay? Don't force yourself. First thing I have to tell you is, if you are speaking and you are nervous, don't think about how you will perform that much. First, calm yourself down by breathing, by thinking about something which you love, and calm yourself down, then start to speak. If you want some time, ask the host, ask someone that I need a minute, and take that minute for yourself, calm yourself down, and then speak. When we are nervous and when we are confused, when we are not composed, so the tendency of making mistakes increases. So before before answering, or before you start to speak, you have to calm yourself down. Always remember this thing, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, moving on to the feedback. Pronunciation mistakes were there. Maybe this is because of the regional language you have. You can improve that, okay? It's not a big issue. You can improve that. Join pronunciation workshops by Samira. It's on Friday or Saturday at 8 p.m. You can check it on website. Join those sessions, or individually you can read words in their actual pronunciation, okay? You can get
Okay.
chart anywhere online on Google, or you can ask Chat GPT to give you words to practice pronunciation, okay? Apart from that, verb forms are not clear. Your verb forms are not clear. So what you can do, uh, teachers usually give basic grammar formulas to people, to students, okay, of English. It's like subject plus verb for first form plus object, and then blah blah blah. Similar to this for all verb forms, for all tenses, okay? Like in which tense, which verb form you have to use. So you need clarity about that. In order to get clarity, you have to know those formulas. Go on Google, search for grammar tense formulas, and then you will get those formulas. Learn those formulas, make sentences on basis of those, and then read verb forms of particular verb, okay? You need clarity about verb form, and then grammar structure. Work on those two things. Confidence, amazing. The way you speak, nice. Pace and tone is good. But verb verb forms should be clear, and then basic grammatical knowledge you should have. Okay? And apart
Okay,
from that,
ma'am.
pronunciation.
Okay, ma'am.
For
I will work out that thing.
Yeah, for all the three things I have given you, solutions as well. If you will follow those things, if you will do those things consistently, regularly, it will be fruitful for you. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for feedback.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move towards the next participant we are having. It's it's Vasu. Vasu, are you there? Okay, Vasu is not here. Nick, are you there? Nectistine. Okay, he's also not here. Let's see who we have. Okay, so we are done with the participants for today's grooming session. Now it's my turn to answer the questions. I would also like to give answers. So I'll, of course, you guys know my name because I have been hosting this session for last 2 hours. But still, I'll introduce myself. So, hello everyone. This is your host for today's grooming session, MissyMess, and I'll be answering the 3 questions I chose for today's session. So, the first question we are having is, do you feel it's easy to change habits and transform life? Why or why not? Habits are the thing which can make us and which can also break us. I feel it's easy to transform and change habits if we are consistent and we have positive motive, purpose to change that particular habit. In order to change the habit, we have to be consistent and we have to replace that bad habit with something good. So habits can be changed, but by replacing that with something new, something positive. And why habit transformation is easy? Because it depends on our willpower, the willingness we have to change it. And why it's not easy to change? Because again, of the willpower. If we don't have willingness to change it, if we don't have willingness to live good life, transform it in positive way, then we can't change particular habit. So habit should be replaced with something good, some new habit, some good habit, and we need willingness to change it in our life. Now let's move towards the second question. Explain one thing that would change your life if you start doing it. How would it help? Currently, what I feel could change my life is doing something on its time. For example, if I am feeling like I need to do something which is very important to do right now. What I'll do, I'll just procrastinate and I'll say I'll do it later. And then that later will come on the deadline of that task. So it's hard for me to cover all the things up before the deadline. So I need to change that habit. I need to transform that habit by replacing it with doing that particular thing on time. In that way, I can be on time, I can complete my tasks on time, and it will be less stressful and less hectic for me. The third question is, tell us about the things you have been working on that started going your way. How did they change you? So, the first thing I have been working on is my communication skills, and as you can see, I can speak little bit, I can speak with fluency, maybe a little bit, but yeah, I can do that. I can communicate with people, I can express myself, I can express my thoughts, my emotions in front of others. So, this is my progress till now, and I am working upon it right now also, increasing my vocabulary, improving my communication skill, and everything. And it has changed me in very positive way. I am more confident than before. I can express myself in front of others with confidence and I can let others know what I am thinking about. So it has given me different types of opportunities because I can express. It has given me a lot of confidence and it has given me platform to showcase my talent as well. So that's it from my side today. That's how I answered my questions today in my grooming session. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you liked this session. Now it's time to take a leave. This was an amazing session. I loved hosting this session for you guys. The answers were amazing. I learned a lot of things from you all. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I hope you enjoyed this session. I enjoyed this session too. See you in the next session. Till then, keep growing, keep glowing. This is your host, MissyMess, signing off for today, but surely we'll see you in the next session.